Session 4A, Nibiru, Tiamat, Sumerian Myth. To return to an examination of the symbolism of the Sumerian concept of Satan, i.e. ultimate evil, diametrically opposed to Marduk, who was held as the champion of ultimate good, according to the Sumerian Bible, the Book of Enki, Tiamat represented the prototypical planet Earth. Insofar as Marduk symbolized the alien planet Nibiru, the tale of the war in the heavens between Nibiru and Tiamat described, as detailed in the Book of Enki, a collision between the alien planet and our own Earth. According to the extensively descriptive account in the Sumerian Bible, Nibiru, Marduk, entered from deep space into our solar system, in an opposite direction from that taken by the planetary revolutions in their orbits. This led to a head-on collision between Nibiru and Tiamat, which broke Tiamat into three pieces. One became the asteroid belt, one became our current planetary mass, and the third became Earth's moon. Supposedly, it is from Nibiru, the denizen of the deep, whose name means in Sumerian, planet of the crossing, that the Anunnaki alien EBEs originate. Thus, while life was forming on Earth and evolving for several million years following this catastrophic impact, Nibiru was, ostensibly, wandering in space. It also bore forth life. However, in its supposedly highly volcanic atmosphere, the cold-blooded reptilian sort of species evolved to achieve space-age sentience before Homo sapiens had walked the surface of the Earth. These reptilian aliens, then, according to Sumerian legend, came to Earth and cultivated the Homo sapiens species into a mold of their own form of civilization, instituting themselves as gods over men. Again, according to the legends from the Book of Enki, the close passage of Nibiru to Earth some 8,000 years ago resulted in the deluge that swept over pre-Sumerian Mesopotamia. The legends of this event are also related in the Sumero-Akkadian Babylonian Epic of Gilgamesh. The flood tablet from this work describes the Anunnaki cowering over their inability to prevent the deluge and save humanity. In this legend, the only god who does not lament the fate of those who drowned was Enlil, with whom it is written that Utnapishtim, the Babylonian name of the biblical Noah, made the Rainbow Covenant that God should never destroy mankind by water anymore. So it is written in the Babylonian King's List, where Noah's name is Ziusudra, when the reign of the Nephilim ended, then the flood swept over.